Choo choo! Welcome to the Rob and Kel podcast, episode 7. I don't like doing a proper intro like that, but you know. Are you there?
It feels forced, doesn't it? The old intro just feels a little bit forced.
It does, so let's talk about some bullshit straight away.
Let's jump into that shit.
So basically, last shout out, right? Zach Ainsley, bodybuilder, boom, spoke to the guy he loved. He listened to it in the bath. He didn't believe it, and he said it was mint and that, and I was like, that's mint, that, please put it on your Instagram, because he's got 6,000 million followers, which you will do, if he's any kind of stand-up dude. I'm only joking, Zach. Not really, And your shout-out, can you remember who it was? I don't think you can, because we just talked about it, so I don't know why.
Because I've lost my notes.
Okay, your shout-out. I think we're the only podcast in the world that would shout out someone who has blocked us both, or at least left Facebook. That's the Rob and Kel podcast for you, because we shouted out Zoe Payne, and she has since gone from Facebook. In fact, she went on that night.
but the thing is, I don't know if has she blocked us though, or is she just not on anymore?
Well, I don't know. But it seems weird that she was there. We recorded that, posted it, and I think it wasn't because we posted it. It was just before, I think. She just vanished because you tagged her or something before you tested it or something.
It would unbold and disappear.
Or maybe she just said, I don't know. I honestly don't know. But anyway, we did a shout out for you, Zoe, if you're listening. Maybe you've just left Facebook. I don't know. So we'll try and shout out someone who doesn't immediately run away from us. So we'll have a think about that for this next one. And think about who's going to be at the end. Have you seen anything good this week then? Facebook-wise or just otherwise? Films, television?
Well, I mean, be careful how you put that. Have I seen anything good? Not so sure. Have I seen anything on Facebook that's made me think, what the fuck? Yes, I have. Facebook avatars? What the fuck are they about?
Yes, listen, for anyone, I'm gonna be honest with everyone here. We tried to record this yesterday. It
Virgin.
It did not go well. Virgin Media was going up or down. I love you, Virgin. I think you're very good, but don't sue me. But it was shit yesterday.
Yeah, they obviously... Well, just at your house.
Yeah, so we did about amount... Is in my chair still? We did about the first 5 minutes, so we've already talked about this, but let's do it again. I just want to tell them, just so I'm being honest with the listener. You know what I mean? Alan Robson.
Yeah, on the Night Owls. So yeah, avatars.
Avatars. Oh my God. Well, listen, I said this yesterday to you, but we'll say it again on the podcast. I thought it was a thing.
It again.
I thought it was I thought it was a thing that had been going on. I thought it was a thing. Let me tell you about. What was I saying?
It was Christopher Walken, whatever it was.
Yes, it was the avatars. The avatars, I always thought I thought were already a thing. But then yesterday you told me it was Samsung's own little Animoji thing.
Yeah, so Apple had their own, Samsung had their own, but now Facebook have brought theirs to the table.
Yeah, but the Samsung one, you open it and you go, oh, all right, that's quite funny for 2 minutes. And then you never use it again.
Well, that's it. And I imagine Facebook will be exactly the same. But, I'm sure there'll be somebody out there that uses it every day.
Oh, there will be, yeah. Do you ever just see a viewer and go, yeah. Yeah, right. That's why you're using a cartoon, because you look like you've crawled out of a haunted mirror.
Oh, that's cruel.
I will not be doing mine, so if anything, I'll do a joke one, and it'll be something very offensive and horrific that's popping out from the side.
If you can work out how to do it, because Rob's a spaz and couldn't work it out yesterday.
Oh yeah, no, it won't be the genuine thing anyway. It'll just be a joke. It'll be a highly offensive
a paint one.
Joke.
You'll be doing one in paint.
I'll tell you something I saw on Facebook the other day. I just thought it was funny. I'd popped on Facebook in the morning, and our number one super fan, Ian Sartoria, shout out to Ian, the number one boy. He I noticed he was what
number one boy.
You know when it has what you're watching on Facebook. Well, he was watching Analyze This, and I kind of seen it and went, oh, that's a good film. And then I potted about me day and that, and then I had me tea, and then I came back on the computer to do some editing later, turned it on, went on Facebook, he was watching Analyze That. And I thought,
oh, back to back.
I know what he's done all day. It's mad, isn't it?
Half a day in the life of Ian Sartoria.
Analyze it. I tell you what, though, good pair of films to watch. So there's another little just random shout out for you again, because you're such a good super fan. I also did some research into what we talked about last week, which was bodybuilding.
You did some bodybuilding research?
I did some bodybuilding research.
What was the research? Asking Adam Golder.
No, it was watching this documentary about how tough it is for these people. I couldn't find out why they paint themselves brown, and neither Zach Ainsley or Adam Goulder told me. Oh, by the way, write these down, Kel, if you're not, because I can't.
I've got Adam. What's the guy called? Zach, that'll be enough.
I've just pulled my headphones out, making a point. 2 minutes.
Oh, I actually just did the same thing, but you didn't notice.
Oh my god! Right. Oh Jesus Christ!
I'm a tagging Jesus Christ.
He's
got some followers.
This sounds sexy. There we go. Yes. No. I did some research. Right. It wasn't research.
Are you all right?
Yeah. I did some research. Right. I couldn't find out why they paint themselves with Ron Seal. Nobody told me. But apparently, because of all the extra bananas you got to eat in that, a healthy diet and fucking mountains of steroids, you daft cunts.
That's Zach never sharing anything ever again.
No, I'm only joking, but
Not worried about Adam because clearly he doesn't listen.
No humans look like that in real life. I mean, you just don't see tubes like that. It's just unbelievable.
Tubes.
Anyway, what I found out about them in my lengthy research was because of all that and the pressure and all the stuff and and all that.
Under pressure.
They struggle to get bonus. I don't want to laugh at anyone, but that is.
But you just did. I
did laugh, right? But only because this guy was on the documentary and was talking about it. And honestly, it's funny how that is whatever's controlling the simulation is up there as went right. You can look mint, right? But no bonus.
You said it, yeah. It's the old trade-off.
Or you can look like Rob and Cal from the Rob and Cal podcast and have this level of bants. I mean, that's the choice, and I'm sure we have made the right one.
I was wondering where you were going to go with that.
Yeah, I know. So was that. So anyway, there you go. Look mint, no hard on. That's the title of this episode.
Brilliant. So that's the theme.
That's another thing that kind of irritated me. And I know we're trying to avoid corona virus chat.
Right, yeah.
On YouTube. Oh my God, the Daily Telegraph had put a 2-minute video of make your own government approved, in quote marks, coronavirus mask. And it was 2 minutes of literally just of a wife just saying, of a wife. All right, I'm not a 1970s Northern comic.
Sexist. None of those husbands doing it.
Well, it had this very, very nice young journalist, lady reporter, and she said, and basically she just wrapped a cloth around her face. Like just a cloth, and went, there you go. And that took 2 minutes. Who watches that?
A lot of people that, Daily Telegraph.
What's a government-approved face mask? What, so it can't be made out of fucking pasta? You know what I mean? Like, what government-approved? What is this?
I saw one the other day where a woman made one out of a sock. I was like, fucking hell, I hope that's clean.
I mean, I get quite claustrophobic. Like, I can't even sleep with me head under the blanket. Or even me mouth covered. Like, a face mask. Like, I used to work at Pontins, right? Which I was a blue coat, but I also played one of the characters. The first character I was picked out to play was a huge... Oh, that's them texting us now for libel. Was a huge... Because the characters are real. I don't even know if it's still open.
Real.
Maybe Pontins is closed now? I don't know.
Yeah, it closed not long after you left.
I remember the Pontins I was at 20 years later was in the paper and it said, the worst holiday hell we've ever had. And then I looked at it and it was my Pontins that I was at. And it was bad, like...
What, while you were there?
No, this is probably after the renovation. After the renovations, it was even worse.
After the renovation, it was wank. Brilliant.
I can't really say which one it was because that would be unfair. I think it is still open, Cal. But I think there's only maybe like 4 or 5 in the whole country now, and it's just very, you know what I mean? It's just like a caravan park. Anyway, I used to play a character.
Shane Ritchie's screwed if he runs out of work.
I used to play a character there. Did I ever tell you about the first day I got upon it? So I got there and they said, right, you're going to play one of these big characters, because everyone kind of did. And they said, right, you're going to be Florence the ostrich. Now, Florence was this massive ballerina ostrich. So it wasn't the most masculine one anyway, right? And when you're like 19, 18, you're like, hang on.
It's because your legs are like 8 foot long.
I do have good legs. I have legs that women would be jealous of. They're very long, slender, sexy.
Slender.
So anyway, they gave us this costume, and I went and I got changed, and I came out, and everyone just started laughing. And not because like it was a funny character, because they could just tell it was me. And they just said, you just look like an uncomfortable, lanky ostrich lesbian.
Ostrich lesbian?
Yeah.
Wow. Couldn't just stop at ostrich, but went full lesbian.
No, because I couldn't walk.
Are you saying that lesbians can't walk?
Oh, I'm gonna have to cut around this like a fuck. You wouldn't, but like a minefield.
Why did they leave that in? It's funny.
No, listen. I'll leave it. And no, but that's what they said. And the reason was because I was just doing my walk, my like plodding, lanky.
So you walk like a lesbian.
Well, allegedly, that's what came out. But anyway, my whole point about that is that I couldn't do it because the face mask was on me mouth. So I can't walk around with a face mask every day. I can't walk around with it. It makes me feel claustrophobic.
Well, I mean, I suppose I don't like the idea of it, and I'm similar, but I imagine if you get used to it, it'll not be so bad.
Yeah, you could get used to it, I suppose, but it's still like, I don't know, it's just very claustrophobic. I can't do it. And one other thing I've seen, well, there's a couple other things I'll talk about. I'll hand over to you in a moment. Well, I'd actually put a link to a hilarious article on my notes for this week. And then you actually said, obviously, this link. And I was like, oh, no, I had it for the podcast. And I'm sure everyone's seen it by now. I think I might.
Yeah, I think everybody has now seen it.
Yeah, and it's basically just the stock photographs. And people have made them into comics. And it's even funnier because they're just smiling. But we'll put a link in the description. Because I was actually going to read them to you. I might just read a couple now anyway, just to remind us.
Do it, Doug.
It's very good humour. Like, this is definitely my humour.
Some of them are shit. But, I mean, some of them... I mean, I was crying trying to read them out to Leslie. Like, I'll tell you what, while you're doing that, another thing that I have seen on Facebook, just wanted to say congratulations to Anthony Lielmaz and his new shop, Pizza Naz, getting 5,000 likes in 2 months. That didn't take long. Well done, mate.
And that's kind of good considering we've had no likes in 10 months. Oh, found it now.
Well, it's about time.
The only one I don't get is the wasp.
How do you not get the wasps?
Eh?
Is this good for wasps? No, it kills them.
Yeah, I get it, but it's just not it's probably one of the weaker ones. One of the best ones, which is one of my favorites, is just 2 panels, and the top panel is just a mother holding her daughter, and obviously she's getting shown around by an estate agent, and she says, "What's upstairs?" at the bottom of the stairs. He's smiling with his hand out and just says, "Unfortunately, the stairs don't talk." And that's so funny.
I like the air hostess asking if it's coffee or tea, and then the woman goes, "Coffee," and she goes, "Wrong, it's tea."
I just seen that one. In fact, I take it back. My favourite is the guy in the library. So there's 2 people in the library, and he says, "Do you have any books on turtles?"
Hardback?
Yeah, with little heads. Anyway, we'll link. It's not so funny when we're just describing it. We'll link it in the description. If you haven't seen it already, it is hilarious.
My wife is going to labour. What should I do? Is this her first child? No, this is her husband. Brilliant.
No, it kills them. And it is actually quite good, that one. But, you know, I was like, oh.
Yeah, you had to be there. Yeah, so just staying with Facebook, and it's annoying me even though it shouldn't, because it's similar to what we're doing in a way, like doing something new because of Corona and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
People doing these random workout streams.
Yeah.
You know, you must have seen them. Everybody's doing them. Famous people, non-famous people. And it's just like, is anybody actually watching it and going, "Oh, yeah, I think I'll do a plank because somebody on Facebook's doing one"? No, they're not.
I know. I mean, I'm friends with a few comedians on Facebook, and they're doing like live shows to no one. Now, I know that's the best you can do at the current
What, like
time.
a live cast?
Like a live... No, yeah, but not like a podcast, like a show, like a live show, like a comedy show to no one. I mean, it's not to no one, it's to people. But, you know, half of it, how you know your stuff's working or doing well is that people are laughing. You know, if you're just doing it...
Say, how do you do that if you're getting, like, no response?
I don't know. Maybe you just go...
just assume everything is hilarious.
Well, no, maybe you just go through your half an hour or an hour knowing there's no laughs. You've got to get into that mindset and then just know that people are probably enjoying it at home. But that's
surely you need that like adrenaline rush from, you know, the feedback.
the audience and stuff and the reaction, the clap, the laughs. Yeah, you do. I mean, you know, anyone who tries that, I applaud. I just don't see the point. And like you say, all these other things, you know, like... Oh, no, I do see the point. That sounded very mean. I do see the point. Obviously, that's what we're doing this for.
At least we're talking to each other.
Yeah.
We're having a good time, so who gives a shit about anybody else?
Some of them are heartbreaking, though, because you see, like, you know, people are putting in a lot of effort to do... I'll not get into specifics, but things online I mean, this included as well. We don't get very many listeners, and we're not really doing it for that, and we don't care. It was only for this, but it's nice to get them. And everyone, the amount of them I've noticed now. The amount of them now, it's like everyone's doing them, basically. Which is fair play, that's why we started. But it's just there's loads. So, thanks if you're listening. Which I know you're not, but thanks.
The only thing I would say is, sadly, we missed a trick. I mean, we talked about doing this years ago. We could have been so far ahead of the curve, but we waited too long.
I could have had a big YouTube channel by now if I'd actually put some work in. But to be honest, and I've said this all my life, I just haven't been that bothered. I'm not that bothered. The funny thing is, as a kid, right, my number one dream was to be like a comedy actor, a comedy actor mainly, or comic. And all I could dream about was like, imagine like this little shit home video that we've just made, me and whoever it was at the time. I just wish people could see it. I wish I could just put it out there. And even if 20 people watched it, it'd be amazing. And now you can literally do that. And now I'm just not that bothered. It's mad.
I'm just too old to give a shit.
Yeah.
It's a shame. We made some funny ass videos.
I'm glad they don't exist in real life anymore, because this would just be horrifically embarrassing. But like,
not all of them. When we did all the fake Bravo stuff.
Oh yeah, but I didn't put that anywhere though. For anyone that's listening who doesn't know what that means, once upon a time, me, Kel, Andy Buchanan, and a few others pretended to be a television channel. And snuck in successfully snuck into several different places. I was going to say where they are, but I won't. But
it's probably best that we don't.
I'm talking famous places
for free.
For free, with it must have just looked ludicrous. Like our sound, in TV shows they have a boom mic where it's just a stick with a thick thing. Our sound thing was a feather duster, which we'd sprayed black.
Yeah, the old static blue ones. That, to be fair, do look a little bit like a boom.
Yeah, they do. And then Andy held it, and then we sellotaped a wire to the end of it, and then just put the other end of the wire in an empty camcorder bag. And that was enough to fool. And again, I'm not going to say
careful, he had headphones as well, which also wired into the bag.
He did have a fair head. And then he kept pretending to tweak it. Oh, man. Yeah, so we did that one a little. See, things like that, man. Imagine you did that now. You get absolutely laced. There'd be some controversy about why, or I don't know. But anyway, yeah, we did all that mad stuff ages ago, but there's just no evidence of it, really. It's probably on a camcorder tape somewhere.
Sadly, there is no evidence of it.
So anyway, YouTube, it's like, I see, and again, this is not a diss by any stretch of the imagination, but when I go on YouTube, I often look for smaller channels, want to comment on them, or two, just to find interesting stuff, really, because
aren't you canny?
Well, no, because the big ones are the big ones. I should have turned my phone off. I'm such a professional.
Every time.
And then I look at them, and I look at some of them that are literally putting stuff out every day. And I mean, production value-wise, really good. Like, could be podcasts like this, which I know in my own mind take a long time to edit and just clean up and then present. And, they've got, they get, 20 views, and they've been doing it for 5 years. And I just think, oh my God, please. This is, you know what I mean? Oh.
That's going to be us in 5 years.
Oh, yeah, totally. I mean, my YouTube channel's not bad. I dropped under 13,000 this month when we released the last episode. I think for the first time in probably about 10 years, it dropped below 13,000. But I quite like it, because the ones that were there just for that one viral magic video, they're going to start dropping off, which I don't mind, and hopefully get some...
the 12,000 that we've still got are the genuine ones?
They were 12,000 I already had when we started, so it's not like we gained them.
I know.
Yeah. I wish we had gained them. It would be nice. It's a good head start. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Have you seen anything else? I've got a couple more things I've seen this week.
Yeah, actually I have. So, Obviously, this isn't specifically Corona, but it's a result thereof. So, I know you couldn't give two shits about football, right? But this probably is going to affect all sporting events. There's some football matches went on over in Korea last week, and they've got to play them behind closed doors with no fans, similar to what the Premier League's going to have to do over here.
Right.
Just so that the stadiums didn't look empty. There's been a couple of stadiums in, I think it's in Germany, where they asked everybody to send their pictures in, and they made a load of cardboard cutouts and put them in the stadium. I thought that was brilliant. But no, Korea, they took it one step further. They wanted the people in the stadium to look realistic.
The CGI it?
No. they've put those really expensive sex dolls in.
What, like the real dolls?
The real sex. A load of them in the stadium wearing the kits and stuff. if nothing else, I thought, fuck me, that's got to have been expensive.
Don't say that, Kel, because you'd be fucked to death off all them. But just for reference for the audience listening, there was a very, very long thinking gap where I thought of the name of Real Dolls, and then I had to edit it so it was quick. So I didn't just quickly come up with the name Real Dolls.
Didn't just roll off the tongue at all.
Even though it literally just did. Really? So that's worse. That's like something out of fucking the House of Wax or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be creepy as well. I mean, imagine if the players hadn't known that we're going to do that. And you walk out and it's like, whoa, what the fuck's going on here?
Well, they're obviously not removing them because they're not removing 10,000 people a day. So they've obviously so imagine the cleaner at night time on the pitch. Just fucking millions of dead corpses looking at you from the seats.
Wouldn't you love to be the guy that controls the light? So the cleaner goes out there. Sorry, not the cleaner, but the pitch guy that sorts the pitch out.
Oh, soz, I'm not very football.
In the dark, and then just turn the fucking lights on. Boom! Fucking 50,000 real dolls just staring at you.
Or you just do your hair really like a Lego man, and then just sit in the middle of them, staring, and then just keep going. Is that a true story?
Yeah, it is. It's a true story. Absolutely, 100%. Apart from now, you're making it. Now I'm going to check it because I'm just making sure it's Korea.
Surely that can't be right. They cost about 10 grand for one. Again, I edited that audience, so it was really quick.
Yeah, K-League Club FC Seoul has apologised after... Hang on. Oh, no, it's mannequins. That one's mannequins. Oh, no, mannequins used as stand-in fans and placed in stadium seats turned out to be sex dolls. Oh, my God. And to make it even funnier, what? I didn't notice this the first time. They've put masks on them.
What do you mean? Like Batman?
Like the Corona masks.
What? Fate? Right. What? That can't be true. Then why were the... Hang on. With all this fuss about not having enough...
South Korean football club accidentally uses sex dolls. How do you use them by accident, by the way?
Well...
They've got them keep posing and everything, man.
And also, come on, if they're all wearing masks and there's a shortage of them, that's taking the mick, innit?
Yeah, I mean, now that I've had a look at it, they haven't, like, filled every seat, but... every 3 seats or so, it's got one of these sex dolls dressed in a different outfit with a fucking mask on.
That
brilliant.
Is weird.
That's brilliant.
Couple of other things I've been watching in the week now. I figure that my brain has changed. It is ticked over, and it probably happened quite a long time ago actually, into like old man mode. I've just suddenly started enjoying like really boring things.
Oh, is this? Oh, yeah. What is it?
Well, I stumbled across a channel called Atomic Shrimp on YouTube. I'll tell you who he looks like. Crichton. Not like Crichton the robot, Robert Llewellyn.
Oh, Llewellyn.
He looks like Robert Llewellyn. Quite well spoken. And he basically he's got a YouTube channel where he just does whatever he kind of wants. It's not a set thing, he doesn't do certain things. He's got little series of things, and he's just very kind of well spoken, very calming, and like, and honestly, he did this video in the lockdown. If he went to a pond with a big jar and he scooped up like and sealed it and then put it on his windowsill, and then like every week in the lockdown, he did like an hour-long update on it, and I swear to God, I was sitting there just wide-eyed, mouth open, listening to him describe what fucking plankton had come alive in this jar, and I just loved it. I just loved it. So it's big shout-out to Atomic Shrimp. He is my new favourite YouTuber.
Atomic Shrimp.
And I've been watching a lot of... Oh, wait, before I even say that, one of my favourites, Mr. Charlie Brooker, released a special Wipe episode, which he hasn't done for ages. He didn't even do Wipe of 2019, I think, because he didn't have time with Black Mirror and stuff, but he's released his own homemade antiviral wipe, which is just like, a bit like Lampoon and all the news and stuff. That was funny. That's on YouTube, I think. It's on YouTube and BBC iPlayer. Very good.
You made us think about another one there that I actually forgot to write down. There's this guy that he's created a YouTube channel where it's called Ask Your Dad, right? Because his dad bailed on him when he was like 12 years old.
All right.
So like basically he's created this YouTube. He's like an old man now with adult sons, and he's made this channel called Ask Your Dad, and it's like how to unblock a sink and how to hang a shelf and stuff like that.
Perfect. That's amazing.
That he's invented. I cannot remember his name, but he's basically just invented it for all the guys out there and women too who would have asked their dad how to do something, but if they didn't have one, now they've got somewhere to go. I think it's brilliant.
That is good. That is such a good idea. I love that actually. And that is really good. Like changing a fuse and a plug in that. That's really good. I've been getting back into Limmy again. Brian Limmy. Well, I started watching Limmy show on...
Getting into him.
Well, I started watching Limmy show on Netflix again, and I love it anyway, and I always have. But then I started watching it again and just thought this is class. And Limmy does loads of streaming now. So he's on Twitch most of the time, or he does YouTube stuff. I wish he'd do more telly shows, because this alternative comedy is just so funny.
So is he doing like new stuff now?
Well, he's got a show called Limmy's Homemade Show, which was on BBC Scotland, which you can get on iPlayer, or BBC Scotland's iPlayer. I'm not sure if that's different, but you can get it. There's a few episodes on that, but it's just him making it himself, and it got put on the telly. It's just a bit like a sketch show, but less people in it.
But did you see that thing the other day about how apparently... somebody put a post the other day showing there's dolphins swimming off the coast of Whitley Bay.
Oh, right? Yeah.
I thought, oh, that's nice. Dolphins, Whitley Bay. But then the Chronicle reported, and I don't know if it's true or if they've just elaborated it, killer whales off the coast of Whitley Bay.
What? Killer whales?
Yeah. Killer whales, yeah. I was just like, really? I've seen the pictures of the dolphins.
Wow. Is it because the world's come... Well, I suppose the sea doesn't count. I was going to say because the world's come back to life with everyone being indoors, but then again... You're not really in the sea anyway. But
yeah, and obviously I've seen the pictures of the dolphins, but no, the Chronicle just has to go one step further. They're not dolphins, they're killer whales. I mean, there might have been. I've never seen a killer whale off the coast of Whitley Bay before.
That is interesting. I know there's seals. And
Is it really? Because you don't sound interested.
Yeah. No, it is. I mean, listen, I like nature and that.
Well, that shit.
Yeah. Anything else tickled your fancy?
Tickled my fancy. Have you watched anything this week?
Well, just those things that I was mentioning about, like Limmy and Atomic Shrimp. Nothing really on... Have I watched anything on telly?
No films or anything?
Yeah, I've watched a couple of films over the past few days. I just literally...
Do you recall any of them?
Let me have a look. Oh! I watched one of my favourite films the other day. Hungover. You know that very delicate situation when you're hungover and you just want to watch a film. Just a nice twinkly film. Do you know what I mean by twinkly film?
You watched The Princess Bride, didn't you?
Nearly. It's in that.
Mannequin?
No, it's in that vein.
Willow.
It's more closer to Willow.
The fucking Ewoks.
Let's see if you can
Battle
get
of
it.
Endor.
No, not that way close. Just in terms of like magic and bits and bobs and witches and all that. That's more of a clue. Any more glasses? Any more?
Well, like from that era, like end of the 80s? Or...
No, it's about 2007.
2007?
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings was earlier than that, wasn't it?
It's a little bit earlier than Lord of... Fucking hell, we might be here for a while.
Lord of the Rings was like 1999 or something.
I'll tell you some people who are in it.
Go for it.
And you guess it. Ricky Gervais is in it. He's got a cameo. Mr. Robert De Niro is in it. Any closer? Come on, they're two biggins.
Yeah, they're two biggins, but I can't think of anything with wizards and stuff that Ricky Gervais has had a cameo in.
Yeah, because I'm trying to do the obscure parts in it, so you don't just guess it straight away. Also, Mark Strong is in it. Oh, the Strongmeister.
God, Mark Strong.
Mark Strong, Robert De Niro, Ricky Gervais, Michelle Pfeiffer. No, it's not Michelle Pfeiffer, is it?
This is going to end up being something I haven't seen, isn't it?
Wait a minute. It is Michelle Pfeiffer. I knew it was.
Like Into the Woods or something.
I get Michelle Pfeiffer mixed up with Sharon Stone. But it is Michelle Pfeiffer. So Michelle Pfeiffer, Mark Strong, Ricky Gervais, Robert De Niro. It's twinkly. It's Disney-esque. Has anybody guessed it yet? Some people might know what it is.
And I'm just thinking I haven't seen it. That's why it's not jumping out at me.
Okay, the main girl in it is Claire Danes. Anyone? No? I don't know.
Nah.
I don't know who the main guy is because I've never heard of him. But Stardust? You ever seen Stardust?
No.
Oh, well, fucking this whole game's a waste of time. Right, okay.
Yeah, I'm quite disappointed because I'm pretty good with the movie stuff, but no, I've not seen it.
If you haven't seen Stardust, wait until you've had a couple of little single malts one night and you're a bit delicate. Stick that on with a blanket, twinkly film. Ah, man, it is. It's just as good as a Prince. Well, it's not as good as a Princess Bride, but it's on that level. Well, it's not on that level, but it's in that vein, ish.
I'll give it a gander.
Give it a little.
Have you watched anything else?
Oh, hang on, yeah, I got so excited about Stardust there. Hang on.
I finally got around to watching the new Star Wars. Little disappointed, I have to say. It's just you haven't watched it yet, have you?
Wait, it says I can only concentrate on one thing at the same time. What do you say, Star Wars? Nah, I haven't watched it. Nah.
Yeah, but I felt like I had to finish it, and it was just so disjointed. One of the worst films I've seen for like feeling that the actors just didn't know what was coming next. Almost like it was a big secret that even they didn't know. So that was a shame. I was looking forward to that, but never mind.
Maybe one day I'll just go, I'll just do the whole thing. I'll just go, right, let's fucking... I thought about that with stuff like Harry Potter and stuff. I mean, the thing, it's really weird because loads of people love Harry Potter.
Funny you should mention Harry Potter because Leslie loves it.
Well, that's it. There's a lot.
And I've never really got into it, so...
How old's Leslie compared to you?
Same age.
See, that's weird because
Leslie is literally 6 months younger than me.
I think we missed Harry Potter by a good decade or maybe 6 years.
I think it might have just been timing for me because I remember trying to watch it and I watched the first 2 or 3 and just thinking, okay, it's right. But I've started watching them again now with her because she loves them.
Yeah.
And I've watched the first 2 and I actually found them quite entertaining. So I'm gonna watch the rest and hopefully enjoy it. It'd be a shame, when it was such a spectacle, not to enjoy it. So I'm going in with an open mind and hoping for the best.
I'll tell you what has infected you with Harry Potter. It's disgraceful.
Yeah, totally.
But it came out when it originally came out. I watched it. I was like, "Oh, this is for kids." So I think I was too old when it originally came out to I was like, right, this is for little kids. So it must have came out when we were of a certain age. So maybe it's mint. I don't know. For me, it just...
I'll let you know when I get to the end.
Well, my whole taste in everything changed quite a lot. Probably after I don't know, maybe even after 35. All my taste... I look at, I've gone from I don't know, I just find really boring stuff interesting now. Eat history and that.
We get
documentaries.
Well, we're going to all documentaries, don't we? We started watching Trial by Media.
Oh, yeah.
First episode,
I watched it.
First episode I thought was great, but then every episode I've tried to watch since has just been boring.
It is quite a boring one. It's all right,
The first one was quite good. The guy that was on Jenny Jones and
yeah.
that he was gay and was in love with the guy, so he killed him.
Yeah.
But the rest of them have just been a bit, fucking hell, I get the point.
It's Netflix, though. Netflix, right, true crime's dead popular. People love a bit of murder. Let's do the next big hit, Make a Murderer and all that shit. And it's just, you can't really force it. Some of them are really good. I mean, even Evil Genius, I thought wasn't very good.
Yeah, but I mean, that's it with Making a Murderer. They just kind of got lucky, didn't they? Really?
Yeah, exactly. And then
because they went in to make a documentary of him coming out of prison, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
That's the first episode or 2. And then it was all of a sudden they started suing him again and doing him for something else. And it was oh my God, let's film all this as well. They just got super lucky with what happened there. Apart from, Stephen Avery. He didn't get very lucky.
Making a Murderer, though, it's a documentary, but it's not impartial. A lot of the other side with Stephen Avery being a fucking mental case is not included about him torturing fucking animals and stuff, which is classic psychopath behavior. That's not included in that. So, Making a Murderer.
I think the sad thing is he's one of these people that's probably capable of it.
Allegedly, by the way. Allegedly. I don't know if he can sue me in prison, but allegedly he did that.
Yeah, allegedly. And, he's probably capable of killing somebody, but I'm just not convinced that he killed the people that they've put him away for.
It was an interesting thing. Series 2 was absolutely rubbish. And then they just went, right, fuck, great. Netflix producers, we need true crime immediately. And they've just put loads out. And some of them are all right. Some of them are over-sensationalized for what they like. What I see lately, Luca Magnotta, Don't Fuck with Cats. Again, it's quite entertaining, but I'd already seen documentaries on him before that because I just watch documentaries all the time now about serial killers because I'm a mental case. I just find them interesting, and I'd already seen it about his, so I watched his and I was like, "Oh, right, it's that guy." And there's nothing really.
It's that guy.
There's nothing really You know what I mean? Nothing new. There's no new Ted Bundy. You know what I mean? Or is there? I don't know. Is there?
Dude, the documentaries on Ted Bundy are good. I like the cult ones. Love the cult ones.
I don't think you could be I don't think you'd be a serial killer now.
Or you're so good because of all the information that's gone before you that you'll never get caught.
Yeah, no, bullshit. Surveillance, man. At DNA, it's even worse now. Like people have got like CCTV like in the house that covers their street. Like if you right, it's pretty.
Yeah,
mad.
but not everywhere though. The whole world's not like that.
Oh, it's never where you need it. It wasn't where my motorcycle was when it got stolen. It was just not enough to see that. It's always the same with that. But you think, how on earth could you even commit a crime now? You watch like Columbo and it's solved off like he dropped a bit of chewing gum and you're like, well, fucking hell, you know what I mean? You got no chance. You know, the budding serial killer out there. You know, you got no chance.
Yeah, well, true. But like I say though, they've got all the evidence, the stuff there. It's like, oh, serial killers always do this. This is always the trend. They always get more confident yet sloppy. Blah blah blah. So like now, if you're going to be a serial killer, just make sure you use a different weapon every time.
What about
do
DNA,
something different
though? DNA, like,
well,
I've always thought DNA's a bit like right, DNA. We're gonna get into true crime now. This is the theme of this fucking episode. I've always thought about DNA, right? When they go, bring the wife in, they go, well, we found your DNA in your ex-husband's car where he was killed, so you're guilty and arrest. But like, surely your DNA is fucking everywhere. You know what I mean? Like,
well, that's it. I mean, it's one of those things where when you watch the real programs, they'll always rule out DNA if it's somebody that would have been there anyway.
Yeah. Like, I'm sure...
Like if I got killed in this flat, they would automatically write off Leslie's DNA, the Ben's DNA, Ellie's DNA, because they're people are in the flat all the time.
Yeah.
But if there's like somebody's DNA in the flat, it's like, well, what's his DNA doing in there?
Yeah, but what if that guy fucking sneezed on you on the bus? And then it's on the then it's on the windowsill. I mean, that's what I mean. Like, you shed hair and you shed all the time, like your skin. Well, you know, like, so surely, like if you tested the bottom of my street outdoors, that you would find some of my DNA out there. I would assume.
Yeah, I mean that's it though. I don't think they'll get you on DNA alone unless it's like very specific. You know, like semen or skin under the fingernails, right, that kind of stuff.
We've really brought this down.
But you know, if there's just a bogey on your shoulder,
don't come on.
You'll probably get away with it.
Don't. I might have to stop for a minute. You can't do that to us. It's the only bodily function that I can't stand. Oh God, it makes me feel funny. Anyway, right. Anyway. Oh my God, I'm gonna.
No, stop it. Moving on.
Right, moving on. You said it. Right. Okay. That's another thing I've noticed when I got older. I've got very cockily.
Yeah, you're a bit crap now. Like,
I can't even watch honestly, I can't even watch people fall off skateboards now. I'm like, oh no, turn that off.
It depends on how old they are. If it's somebody that is old enough to know, if it's somebody that's old enough to know better, you know, when they're doing something really stupid and you just think, yeah, you deserve everything that you get. I find it fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But if it's some kid like under the age of 6 that accidentally hurts themselves.
See, no, I find that one funnier. Remember that video that we used to watch when we were younger of like the basketball player that hoys it all the way across the court and it just wipes out this little kid. Like that, you know, it's funny. That was amazing. I fully admit I can't watch that now. No, but it's not. It doesn't matter about the age for me. It's the accident that gives me like butterflies.
Anything to do with somebody smashing their teeth in, though.
Yeah, face, teeth, head, like a head, like anything to hit your head, any kind of arm breakage. Oh my God, I can't even deal with it. But then when we were like 15, we used to get down on rotten.com and watch people go in a mincer and that. You just get a lot more.
God, rotten.com? Is that still going? Can't be, surely. That's been banned.
No, that got took down a long time ago.
Well, there's one other thing that I wanted to bring up to you, because I'm not sure if you've seen it. I thought it might excite you a little bit.
Hey, it doesn't take much.
Have you heard in the last week or two about a game series that's being remade?
Well, I probably have, but there's not many games.
I'm sure you used to play it and that you used to love it. They're remaking Mafia.
Are they?
The Mafia trilogy, yeah.
Mafia 1's a masterpiece. That was well before GTA or anything like that. Like open world fucking Goodfellas. It was amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, so that's coming.
Oh, well, that's actually quite good. Although, I don't know if you could remake Mafia 1. Some of the clunkiness and the horrific difficulty was like part of its charm. I don't know if you could remake that. I'm not so sure. I'm not convinced.
Well, I suppose there's only one way to find out.
Yeah, fight! But this will be a bit of a shorter episode.
Yeah, it will be. We've got to have a short one every now and then.
We'll have a short one. Me and Kel, we do what we want. It's our podcast, right? So listen, if you're not happy out there, please still listen because there's two. Because we need the listeners.
Because you're all we've got.
You're all we have. So, oh God.
Did you not turn it off?
Well, I did. Well, I didn't turn it off. I thought I muted it. I'm very, very sorry.
So anyway, since we're getting to the end, we should probably do some random shout-outs.
Yes.
So I'm going to start off with Johnny Thornton. First
Ah.
random shout-out of the day.
Yeah.
Hello, Johnny.
Hello, John. Are we not allowed to speak about them, no? Yeah.
Hello, John.
Can we say...
Are you there, John?
We can say...
Yeah. Have you got one?
We can say briefly, can't we? We just can't speak at length. We'll do that next time. So you have to tune in next time.
Yes.
And I'll shout out...
this time.
And this time. And all the other times. There's a lot to catch up on. My shout out is for Paul Thompson. Well, I think he listens to the podcast. I play poker with him. Really, really good guy.
Oh, and I just want to do a shout out to Wig as well. Chris Curry. Get this downloaded for your run.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes, dude. Definitely. Chris Curry, man. Now let's talk about Chris Curry for a minute.
No, we can't. Must be next podcast.
Okay, listen. We'll talk more next week. But let me talk about him for just a tiny little bit. Now, Chris...
Alrighty.
Chris Curry was Wayne to my Garth. So in middle school, we did quite famously, I might add. We even got some laughs off the old teachers. Like we did a little play. I think we just did a little play where we were Wayne and Garth from Wayne's World. And I'll tell you what, man. Even though I was a little kid, we were kind of good. Like
it was pretty funny. I remember actually.
I remember us being because I remember Wig being very good at doing Wayne.
Yeah.
And then I had that blonde wig from like I think my parents used to have some kind of dressing up cupboard. No, but like for fancy dress, not for sexy times. God rest them both. He had a blonde wig, and once I put the blonde wig on, and then them glasses, like the Garth glasses.
And you did that funny upper lip thing.
Did the impression like that, man. Fucking hell, man. I just loved it. Anyway, what a fucking memory that is. Chris Curry, what a shout out. Good times.
So do you have another one?
Oh, do I have another one? Well, I don't. I think I don't have another one. So I'm gonna just do one at random. Watch this. I'm gonna do like a fruit machine.
Do it, Doug.
A fruit machine on Facebook. Ready? I'm scrolling. Can you hear me scrolling? And I'm gonna shout out to. And we're gonna stop now. Barclays Bank. Fuck's sake. Hang on. I'll shout out Joe Costigan. Again, good friend of mine from the theatre. Has his own page actually called Joe's List on Facebook. If you ever need a little handyman or I don't quite know what happens on it, but I'm on it. I think like it's all like local businesses kind of help each other out. Like, oh, I need half a pound of fish. Oh, well, get it from John. You know what I mean? Okay. I think that's the idea of it. Anyway, shout out to you, Joe. He drives a taxi as well. Must be hard in COVID. Like,
it's got to be pretty grim being a taxi driver doing this shit.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, right. We'll talk about that next time. Well, this is a nice little shortened episode for you if you're having a run or a bath or
running a bath.
Or running a bath. Or doing the dishes or just listen. Or if you're just bored. Or if you just want to hear mine and Kel's luxurious voices for half an hour.
Beautiful
to an hour.
Tones.
Yeah. Then, tune in next time. So apologies for this being a little bit late and a little bit short. But with lockdown easing, I think it's been, it's just been we've been a bit more busy. But listeners, we promise to try and get this out at least every week. At least under the 7-day mark. And I messed up last week because I've released it early, didn't I? Because I was so excited.
Yeah, so technically this one's actually on time. We always do it around Wednesday or Thursday.
I thought it was Sunday.
No, we usually record on a Sunday.
All right, we're so organised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you've got funny shifts, so you fuck everything up.
Yeah. So there we go. There is the podcast for this week. Episode 7. We've made it a 7. The aim is, to get to 10, and then hopefully by the time we get to 10, people have, we'll get some people.
We'll be millionaires.
People can reshare it and stuff, and we'll kind of reevaluate then. But I think, people are listening, a few. And thanks for doing that. So cheers, everyone. See you later.
Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Choo-choo. Choo-choo, my friends.